Have you ever seen an animal and thought, there's no way that's real? Well, today we're counting down 5 creatures that are so strange, so unbelievable, and so impossible that they almost seem like they came straight out of a science fiction movie. We're talking about an animal that can regrow parts of its brain, one that survives in conditions that would instantly kill almost everything on Earth, and another that can throw punches so powerful that they create flashes of light underwater. And trust me, you do not want to miss our number 1 pick. By the end of this video, you'll probably be asking yourself one question. How is this thing even alive? Let's begin. Number 5, the axolotl. At first glance, the axolotl looks like a cartoon character. It has a permanent smile, tiny arms, feathery gills sticking out of its head, and a face that somehow looks cute and weird at the same time. But the reason this creature shouldn't exist has nothing to do with its appearance. It's because the axolotl is basically a real-life superhero. If an axolotl loses one of its legs, it simply grows another one. Imagine losing your arm and then watching it completely regrow. That's already incredible, but it gets even crazier. Scientists have discovered that axolotls can regenerate parts of their spinal cord, parts of their heart, and even sections of their brain. Most animals form scars after serious injuries. Humans definitely do. But the axolotl can rebuild itself in ways that almost seem impossible. Even stranger, axolotls never really grow up. Most salamanders go through a transformation and move on to land. But axolotls stay in their juvenile form for their entire lives. They keep their external gills and continue living underwater forever. It's almost like nature forgot to finish making them. Scientists around the world study these animals because if we can understand how they regenerate their bodies, it might one day help doctors treat serious injuries in humans. A smiling salamander that can rebuild parts of its own body? That sounds like something that shouldn't exist, but somehow it does. Number 4, the platypus. If you had to invent the weirdest animal possible, you probably couldn't make something stranger than the platypus. Seriously, look at it. It has the bill of a duck, the tail of a beaver, the feet of an otter, and somehow it's a mammal. When European scientists first saw a preserved platypus in the late 1700s, they thought it was a prank. They actually believed someone had sewn different animals together. And honestly, can you blame them? But here's where things get really strange. The platypus lays eggs. Almost every mammal gives birth to live babies. Not the platypus. It also produces milk, but it doesn't even have nipples. Instead, milk comes out through pores in its skin, and the babies lick it up from the mother's fur. That's weird enough. But male platypuses also have venomous spurs on their back legs. Their venom isn't usually deadly to humans, but it can cause extreme pain that lasts for days or even weeks. Think about that. A furry mammal that lays eggs, makes milk without nipples, and has venom. It's almost like someone mixed together 5 different animals and somehow created a creature that actually works. Number 3, the Goblin Shark. If monsters from horror movies were real, they would probably look like the Goblin Shark. This deep-sea predator is one of the strangest creatures ever discovered. It has a long, blade-like snout, tiny eyes, and pink skin because its blood vessels show through its body. But its mouth is what truly makes this animal unbelievable. The goblin shark has jaws that can shoot forward out of its head. Yes, really. When prey comes close, its jaws suddenly launch outward like a spring-loaded trap and snap shut in a fraction of a second. Imagine seeing a shark whose face literally explodes forward. Scientists believe this adaptation evolved because food is extremely difficult to find in the deep ocean. The goblin shark cannot afford to miss a meal. The deep sea itself is already an impossible environment. It's freezing cold, almost completely dark, and the pressure is so intense that it would crush a human instantly. Yet the goblin shark has survived there for millions of years. In fact, this species is often called a living fossil because its ancestors existed during the time of the dinosaurs. Somehow, one of the weirdest sharks ever created has been lurking in the darkness for millions of years. Number 2, the tardigrade. The tardigrade, also called the water bear, is so unbelievable that some scientists consider it one of the toughest animals ever discovered. The crazy thing? You probably wouldn't even notice one. They're microscopic. But don't let their size fool you. Tardigrades can survive conditions that would instantly destroy nearly every other form of life. Extreme heat? No problem. Freezing temperatures? They can survive that too. Intense radiation? Still alive. No food or water for years? They're fine. And somehow, they can even survive the vacuum of space. When conditions become dangerous, the tardigrade enters a special state where it practically shuts down its entire body. Its metabolism drops to almost zero. It's almost as if the animal presses a pause button on life itself. Then, when conditions improve, it wakes back up and continues living. Think about how insane that is. Humans need oxygen, water, and a fairly small temperature range just to survive. Meanwhile, this microscopic creature can endure environments that seem completely impossible. If aliens landed on Earth tomorrow, the tardigrade would probably be one of the first animals we'd show them. Because honestly, it doesn't seem like something that should exist here at all. And now, number 1, the mantis shrimp. This is it, the animal that might be the most unbelievable creature on Earth. At first glance, the mantis shrimp doesn't look very threatening. It's colorful, relatively small, and almost looks like a creature from a tropical aquarium. But this animal possesses superpowers that sound completely made up. First, its vision is incredible. Humans have 3 types of color receptors in our eyes. The mantis shrimp has many more, allowing it to detect things that we cannot even imagine seeing. Scientists believe it experiences the world in a way that is completely different from anything humans can understand. But that's not why it's number 1. The mantis shrimp has one of the fastest and most powerful punches in the animal kingdom. Its club-like arms accelerate so quickly that they create tiny shock waves in the water. The strike is so fast that it briefly creates temperatures similar to the surface of the sun. Yes, you heard that correctly. Its punches can generate flashes of light underwater. These strikes hit with so much force that mantis shrimp can crack shells, smash crabs, and even break aquarium glass. And remember, this is a small sea creature. Nature somehow created an animal with supervision and punches so powerful they create miniature explosions. If someone described this creature to you without proof, you'd probably think they made it up. But it's real. And that's what makes our planet so incredible. Because somewhere in the oceans, forests, and deep underground, there are animals that seem impossible, yet they exist anyway. And who knows, maybe the next creature scientists discover will be even stranger than all 5 of these combined. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. Make sure to give a like and subscribe for more YouTube videos just like this.